Hello everyone, welcome to part 3 of my arena build. This is where we finished building all of the structures. I was hoping to have everything done, like the decorations, the lighting and all that, but this video took a lot longer than anticipated, so I will be posting what I'll call my finishing touches video, hopefully in the next couple of days, and that's going to show the completed Starlight arena. For those of you who want to skip the build and go straight to the tour, here is your link. Don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. So what I'm building now is the Starlight, the Wasteland apartment complex. That sounds better, right? I didn't want to build houses back here just because, I've done that before, and I don't really have a lot of room in this area. Plus, we have concrete, so it's easier to build rooms on the inside now. Which, I say easier, but you're going to see me struggle a good bit, especially with this structure. I kept a lot of that in, just because with concrete, there are like multiple ways that you can snap different items to it, like the floors and the walls and all that. So I kept that in there because you kind of get to see me struggle and like fight with it and get it just the way that I want to. Especially with like the upper floors, it can be a real pain in the ass. So hopefully you guys will learn something from it. And also here I'm building staircases like this because I don't like square or rectangular structures, and I kind of had to in this area. So adding in staircases like that makes it, gives it a little bit more character, or so I like to think. Even with walls like this one, how they hang off the side, it just makes it not look so boxy, especially like on the outside, and you get cool like little corners on the inside. Just, a lot of benefits. And you'll see that I try to keep everything consistent. So like on the inside middle right here, I want it to be like concrete walls, just for it to look a little more sturdy. And then on the outside, it's going to be all three materials there. Here we go, snap that one in. And you'll see that a lot of it has to do with the build order. Like I couldn't throw that wall in there until I put the floor in, and it's I'm sure there's ways around it, but the build order, especially whenever you're doing this upper floor like I did here, I had to add in the upper floor first and then snap in the floor next to it, just a regular floor. That way the roof is sitting a little bit higher than the walls, because if they're flush, whenever I go to the second story, I'm gonna have to put things in manually. They're not going to be able to snap, so just saving myself a headache later on. Look at those, look at that bush right there, right in the middle of my room. One day Bethesda will be able to remove those. One day. Okay, metal, and then I'm going to do another one of these that sticks out. Yeah, it's because you can add in like a bridge and get it right underneath it. And that way it looks, doesn't look like it's just kind of hanging there all weird like. You can actually, I think I'll do that in a little bit, so you'll see what I'm talking about. And another, I guess, thing that I realized, when I first built this, I went back and forth a good bit looking to see how all the materials were going together. And if you're going to use all three, it looks better if you use sections instead of pieces. So like you have like metal and metal, or wood and wood. You don't have them too spread out like I'm doing here. I have that whole wall is wood, and then that little corner is metal and metal. It just looks a little more organized, but also not too repetitive. So I think for those of you who follow me on Twitter, I posted a sneak peek photo, and it looked pretty awesome. I couldn't wait to show you guys this video because of how this turned out. Oh, and you see here, the concrete wall was hanging over the edge of the floor on the outer floor, and I didn't want that, so I had to scrap it. And now I think I'm fixing it. Looks right. Yeah, okay. Put in there we go, and then bring that back because it was sticking too far out. There it is. Now this whole hallway area is open now, so it's shit like that just was driving me crazy. And, get in there. There it is. Add in the stairs. And don't let this video fool you. I did this build a few times, and it even this is like my third time doing it. I was still having trouble getting everything the way that I wanted it to. So yeah, it was a bit of a pain, but it came out pretty cool. And what I'm doing here is I wanted like a little kind of like a balcony area. So I put those walls there just temporarily, and then snap this in. There we go. And yeah, let's finish this wall up. There we go. And okay. Doorway. There it is. And then get rid of that. So yeah, now you have like a nice little balcony. And a cool little trick. Actually, I'm doing it wrong. Don't use those just yet. Oh, whatever. I'll fix it. Yeah, so you can snap these in. Get rid of the wall. There we go. So now I have railings to make it look more like a balcony. And get rid of that one. There it is. But the concrete, those pillars, I mean, actually all the walls and everything, they're very forgiving. And see how it kind of snaps right on top of it. But I'm using that for the next floor, the next story. It's going to kind of be like a support beam. It's going to look cool, I promise you. And get rid of that. So I'm doing metal and wood here because right below, on the first floor, I have metal and wood in the same way. So it's going to look better on the outside. It's going to be a little more, I don't know, consistent. So you have sections and not so much pieces, if I haven't already said that. Here we go. I'm going to do like a little balcony on the upper floor. Yeah, this one was just a pain. Look at it. Look at it. Nope. I want it right there on the inside, but it just doesn't work. So I say, fuck it. I'll just come over here and deal with you later. Same concept here, just a different wall. Do the screen instead of the window. Line that up. Well, I did more concrete than I thought I did. And metal. I'm so ADD. I just keep going back and forth. Like I add in metal walls here. Oh, let me go back to it. There it is. But I had to put that concrete there. Only to scrap it just a minute later. There we go. Okay, add in that. So now we've got balcony number 2. And that looks cool. You kind of make your own little window whenever you add in the doorways there. Just, again, it's just adding character, making it look a little unique. And then my pillar. There we go. So now when we go on top, yeah, I completely cut that out just because this was 10 minutes of me fighting with this floor. I had figured out that I built it wrong the first time. So instead of wasting your time watching me just lose my shit, I just cut it out. And I show you when I realized what I did wrong. So that, let's see, the floor is uneven. You can kind of see it there. You'll see it on the second room. I'll show you. So I'm fixing it now, or I think I have already fixed it. I'm just adding it back. Yeah, I'll wait a second, because yeah, now it's fixed. See, it's flush with everything, with the walls below. See, that snaps in, everything's covered, and now I can do one of these little pieces, little floors. There you go. And now it's completely covered. On this side, see, I'm pulling it back. That's how it was on the other room, and I couldn't squeeze these in. So after fighting with that, I just cut the video out and then just fixed it. So you're welcome for that. It really would have been like 10 more minutes on this video. Even with it sped up, it was beyond frustrating. And there we go. So those are hanging over. Actually, no, they're flush with the front of the building, but that pillar is directly below it, and it just looks more sturdy. So you'll see that whenever I do like a quick walkthrough. And that looks good. Almost done with this. And now I think I leave I think I'll make the screen that back wall. It looks kind of cool, except on this side, because there's a little bit of a gap, so we'll just cover it up. All right. And now we're going to add in the doorways here. Yeah, I have a bit of a pain with this one too, just because I'm putting in the roofs in now, so it's a little bit different. They don't really sit on top as the floors did before, so I kind of have to like push this doorway out, and you'll see here in a second. I really didn't want to do it just because it wasn't uniform with the rest of it, but what are you gonna do? There we go. See, I'm pulling it back now. Like, I have no idea that I'm gonna have to fix it. Like, oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, now that looks good. Okay. And I'll do the same thing on this side. And then I'm gonna realize that I'm not gonna be able to do that in just a second. The wall's in. Okay, and then... Oh, that's right. I forgot to put these back walls in. I think I'll do that in a little bit. And here it comes. The roofs. All right. That one snaps, but that one won't. How come? Oh, let me just fix it. Nope. The door has to be pushed out a little bit. See how it's hanging off? And that's another complication I was telling you about. So now I have to push this over, and which is fine. It looks fine, but I didn't like it just because the door wasn't flush with the wall. And whatever, you win. There it is. And there's just me accepting it. Okay, fine, that works. And put these in. I really get lazy on this part. like, okay, I know I had to put the floors in this way because the roof isn't going to cover that. And then I was going to snap the roof here and right there, but then I would have to push those walls out because of the same problem. So I just said, I'm not dealing with it, and put in a floor. There it is. Yeah, I think about it for a second. Do I want to do this? No, that's fine. I still have 2 more buildings to build. Let's get on with it. And there's the roof. And I think... And you'll see here that with all my buildings in here, I have them point towards the arena. Kind of, that's like the main focal point, and that's what I wanted with this particular settlement. I wanted that to be the focal point. So everything kind of points to the arena. That way, you always have these little lookout areas. That way, you can always see what's going on. Little things like that. Back to this fucking wall. Here it is. Look at it. Still not where I want it to be. I want it to be right there on the edge. And I have to scrap all this. Look, scrap. Nope. Hanging off. Scrap that. And look at it. There it is. Finally. And put all this back the way it was. All because of that stupid wall. Wanted to be a pain in my ass. And... here we go. Last one. Okay. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to add in this. I think I'm going to do like generators back there. Something, I don't know. Something in that corner just to fill it up. Which I cannot wait to do the lights and everything. It's going to look so great. I think that's it, yeah. Oh no, I need to add in. So there we go, look at that. Looks pretty cool, right? And now I'm going to add in the bridges just to make this not look like it's just hanging there all weirdly. And I love these bridges. Look at it. Watch. It's just going to snap in. No problem. Doesn't fight me. There you go. And it looks great. Thank you. Do this one over here. But yeah, I'm very excited to do the finishing touches because it's really going to bring everything to life. It's going to look fantastic. I'm going to make like little alleyways, and it's just, you know, I can do a video of that, or I can do a tour of that. So it just depends on if you want me to do like a build. Just let me know if you guys want to see that. But if not, I can probably just get it done and post it before next Saturday. So yeah, okay. So this part is going to be the little bar area, and it's going to look pretty cool. a nice little tip for you guys. If you have a hard time figuring out how you want to build something and make it not look like a box, or just kind of give it a different look to it, you can always just like look at your house, look at places that you've been, the different buildings. Like for example, this bar that I'm building is very similar to one that I've been to in real life. I mean, obviously not exactly the same, but there's one particular part that I got the idea from because I just thought it looked pretty awesome. So yeah, actually I did an exact replica of my apartment on one of my builds. I can't remember which one it was, but I thought it looked fucking awesome. It was like to a T. And my wife wasn't too thrilled. She was like, you put that video of our apartment on the internet? But I didn't like put our address on there or anything. I just thought it looked cool, but whatever. Moral of the story is just build whatever the fuck you want. Forget what other people say. Yeah, anyway. What am I doing? Fallout. Yes. Okay. Adding in this. I use a little bit more concrete with this, and then added in just like little, metal walls here and there, just to keep it looking kind of weird like, not too much. I didn't want too much symmetry, I guess. And let's put I guess that works fine. And add in over here. Get in there. Okay. And there we go. So I put that concrete there just so I can snap in the other concrete wall, and then put this in. Just adding character, and then fuck it, I have to scrap this wall anyway. And then do the same thing on this side. There it is. Finally. And yeah. I kind of use those a little bit more, I think really just on that one side, those type of walls, just because the other ones, the thicker ones, you can't really add decorations to, just because they're not completely flat. So I try to keep that in mind when I'm building these things, like, okay, where am I going to be able to hang stuff? So I try not to use too many of those, the thicker walls, just because I'm not going to be able to. And the concrete helps out tremendously because you can snap anything you want on there. So that's why I wanted this one to have a little bit more concrete to it. This is the part I'm talking about. I got this from a bar that I go to here. And they just have this really cool upper floor area where you can sit. There's like a window and all this shit. Obviously, it's not exactly the same, but it's helped with the inspiration, I guess. Yeah, so then we'll snap in the floors. Go. Okay, yep, here we go. Add that in. Line this up. Okay. And put that one in. We're going to do the same thing, make a little window right there. Just add in a railing. And then I think I'd just do like a metal wall right here. Making it look different. And there it is. So, I don't think I'd do it just yet. No, okay. Let's finish this up first, and then I'll start talking about the bottom part. This over here was so frustrating. Like, okay, because what I'm trying to do is add in a wooden wall above the one that I already have right there to the left. I just want to stack them on top of each other, but I'm like, well, no, I can't because it won't snap. So now I go out here, trying to add in the floor, but it's not going to work. So just scrap all of this shit. There's the floor. And now I'm going to add in this wall so I can snap my my wood wall next to it. And it won't snap. Look at that shit. So I have to go over here. Fix it. Alright, so put this one. There we go. And now it should work. There it is. Now let's rebuild all this again. You would think I would remember that, but nope, doesn't stick. Okay. And then add in. Oh, what are you doing? My cat's just throwing up in the corner. Susan! No. Anyway, sorry. What am I doing? Okay, yeah. So finish up this top part. There we go. Nope. Yeah, that one works. Whatever. Oh, you're not done. You're not done yet. Okay, right there on the rug. Okay, so yeah, adding this in. Whatever, I guess I want that one over there too. And then, yeah, the wooden walls here. And that way I can hang stuff right there. It's going to look pretty cool. And this part, you're going to see the roof kind of sticking through the wall. Now that's going to drive me crazy, but I think if I add in decorations, it's going to look a little bit better. But I really didn't have any other way to, to get the same look that I wanted. So I just said, fine, you win. And here's what I was going to talk about before. See how that's just hanging there? I didn't really like that. So I get one of these. There we go. And then add in a pillar. And put the floor back. And then there you go. So now it's flush. There we go. Completely flush. And now I'm going to add in another one on this side. So a lot of these temporary pieces just to get one piece in. But hey, whatever works. And there we go. Now it looks, it's not just hanging there. And then I'm going to put a, I don't know what I'm going to do up there. I might do like a guard tower or something like that up top. Or maybe just more seating up there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet. But that will be in the next video. Whether it's a tour or a build, I'll figure out which one is going to be easier. And add in the staircase. Look at that. Okay. And then finish the floors. Or the ceilings, rather. And then just put some railings up. Okay. And then again, I add these in just to make it look a little different. Same way that I did on the actual arena. And there we go. So I'm going to add in railings up here, and I'm going to, or guard towers. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. I'm not too sure how it's all going to piece together. Do a bunch of these railings over here. A lot of times when I'm trying to build stuff too, I'm thinking like, how would I want something to look? And I really like outdoor, seating areas. So I kind of built this huge patio on the outside, and it came together pretty good. There we go. Leave some room for some stairs. Okay. OCD kicking in. There we go. And that should do it. No, I need to put the staircase in. All right. Last part. What am I doing? Oh, that's right. I put the tent in. There it is. This is part of the finishing touches, I guess. Awesome. And then I'm going to add lighting and all that. It's going to look great. Yeah, I had no idea that you could snap floors to those little trucks or whatever it is. Like the little containers. No idea. And so what I'm doing here is I snap it first, and then I'm barely moving it over. That way I can get it as close as I can. And see, I'm going to add in, this is going to be a guard tower. So I'm just snapping these in. If you get it pretty close, they will still work, but you kind of have to like spin them around a little bit because some of the sides are a little bit different. But yeah, so I'm building a guard tower on this thing because I had a couple people ask me if I'm going to build kind of like a fence around the whole settlement. And I don't really do that just because I used to. But if you do it right, or if you build a really nice one, it takes up a lot of resources and a lot of space in your settlements, like your size. And I did it before, and it was completely like, it already started getting pretty laggy whenever I, started building, actually getting to my buildings and stuff. So I stopped doing that on certain ones, like on big settlements like this. And so what I do instead is put guard towers on various corners, if not all of them, just to kind of help with my defense. So that's what I'm doing here. And this turned out pretty cool. You'll see that I have things laid out, like my foundations and already wood pieces already there. So that way I don't have to, you guys don't have to see me like line everything up. Because that's really all I'm doing, is just lining the stuff up right, and then it's just like trial and error and trial and error. So I leave it there that way to make my videos as short as possible. And then just adding in all these. I probably could have cut this out, but it's fun to watch me go, nope, that one's already there, right? And nope, that's already, nope, there it is. Okay. And you don't see me do this, but I put bridge, so that's hanging off the side right there where I'm putting the guard post. And I put a bridge underneath that the same way that I did with the apartment complex. So I kind of left that out because you guys, you've already seen it. And there it is. Let's add in this last little one that I missed. Okay, so I'm going to fill this up completely with all kinds of goodies and just make it look like a place where they're stationed. It's going to be pretty cool. There it is. And now the last part is I kind of wanted to make a crow's nest type thing. And this is going to be for like the announcer of the arena. I mean, theoretically, there's not really going to be a person up here, but I like to give it character. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm putting these in, and this was kind of a pain just to squeeze these walls in right here. But if you get it just right, if you keep that ladder off to the side a little bit on the back, hanging off, then everything snaps in just fine, and you don't really notice it. So you see how it barely got in there? There it is. So yeah, I put the concrete down because that's going like the only thing that's going to snap in this little area, and it also makes it look stable. And it has a really good view. I'll show you in a little bit. It has a really good view of the arena. It's like the perfect spot to have something like this. And I don't really like whenever the top part of you know, like a building hangs over the bottom part when it's like kind of top heavy. I'm not a big fan of that just because, I mean, some people make it and it looks great, but I just don't ever do that with mine, except for this particular structure here. Just because, I don't know, if that was like a real thing, there's no way in hell I would walk out on a little ledge like that. But I guess it's good that it's not the apocalypse right now for me. So, but yeah, real quick, last video I posted, I think it was part 2 this time last week, I had about 39 subscribers, and as of today I have like around 90 or so, so that's awesome, guys. I really appreciate the support and you guys subscribing. I know No Respawn shared one of my videos on Twitter, and that's fantastic. Davey's a great guy, but I just wanted to say thank you all, and add this here. See how that's hanging off to the side a little bit, so I just add in one of those to even it up. And I fall off here, and I cut it, so I'm going to come back to the other side. Here we go. And this, I just want to show you how it looks. Look at that. What a view right over the arena. But that's it for me, guys. This is the tour. I really appreciate your time.